In Nuits-Saint-Georges we have different personality of the wine. In the north part the wine are more floral, more spicy, with less color and very complex. In the south of Nuits-Saint-Georges the wine are more tannic, more masculine, and the color are deeper. So in fact we have a different kind of wine in the same appellation. I have a very nice anecdote about the Nuits-Saint-Georges wine, because a few years ago I was invited to a dinner here in Nuits-Saint-Georges in Domaine Faiveley, and the guest was every guest was collector, and everybody take a very old bottle to be opened during this dinner. At the end of the dinner, François Faiveley stand up and go to take a very old bottle, and he come back with Nuits-Saint-Georges 1929. He opened the bottles and the wine was very fantastic, and François Faiveley was very proud about the work about his grandfather, and for me it was a fantastic lesson of humility. And I understand that the wine from Nuits-Saint-Georges can age very well for many decades. If Nuits-Saint-Georges was an animal, I think it would be an elephant. For the north part of Nuits-Saint-Georges, it could be an Asian elephant, because the elephants in Asia are very kindly, they are very domestic, and more round, in fact. And the south part of Nuits-Saint-Georges can be the African elephant, because it's more wide, it's more robust, and I think that the strength of this animal work with the appellation of Nuits-Saint-Georges. And I think the image of the elephant is that the elephant has very nice memory. And Nuits-Saint-Georges wine are very nice memory of the moment, of the vintage, and I think it works well together. I think if Nuits-Saint-Georges was a tree, it would be a oak tree, because of the power, of the strength, of the size, and of the fineness of these veins. And during the aging of the Nuits-Saint-Georges wine, we need lots of oak to complex the texture and the wine for the long aging in bottle. My two favorite climats in Nuits-Saint-Georges is the Saint-Georges, which is in the south part of Nuits-Saint-Georges. It's very flat terroir, in fact, and we produce a very dark wine with good texture, with deepness. And at the opposite, in the north part of Nuits-Saint-Georges, we have the Dameau de Premier Cru, which is a very steep terroir, and we produce very fine wine, very elegant wine. The kind of aroma is very spicy, and I think it's very interesting because we are in the same appellation and the wine are very different. And the difference of altitude between these two terroirs is more than 100 meters. That explains the different kind of aroma. In the Poré, the aroma are more, the fruit are more dark, more prune, and in the Dameau de Premier Cru, the fruit are more juicy. If Nuits-Saint-Georges was a planet, I think it would be the moon, because there is a very close link between Nuits-Saint-Georges and the moon. In 1970, Jules Verne write a book called Around the Moon, and we can read that the astronaut had taken a bottle of Nuit in their rocket. So to pay a tribute to Jules Verne, 100 years after, the astronaut of Apollo 15 decide to take a label of Nuits-Saint-Georges and to put the label in one of the different craters of the moon and they decide to give the name at this crater Saint-Georges. The bottle of Nuits-Saint-Georges used to travel a lot at the beginning thanks to the train, after with the Apollo 15 mission, and we can hope that in the future the bottle can travel to Mars. Who knows?